In this series, you're going to learn about ChatGPT Prompt Engineering, and this will help you to write effective and useful prompts. And this is our part 6 video inside of this series. So as a quick introduction, if you're new, throughout this series, we're going to be learning the following topics. The first one is how to guide ChatGPT to think. The second one is the iterative prompt development. The third one is inferring and summarizing text. The fourth one is transforming text. The fifth one is expanding text. And finally, sixth, you're going to learn how you can create your own chatbot. So this, in summary, is just what we're going to be doing throughout this whole entire series. But inside of today's video, we're specifically going to be learning about how you can guide ChatGPT to think. And inside of this section, you're going to learn 2 key principles of prompting and how you can apply them using ChatGPT. And since there are many ideas inside of this section, we're going to be breaking this section down into multiple videos. So for principle 2, you have to give the model time to think. So that is what principle 2 is. And in today's video, we're going to specifically cover this one piece of text, which is specify the steps required to complete a task. So that is what we're going to be covering in today's video, and in our last part 5 videos and all of the other videos, we covered over what principle 1 was. So if you're interested, you can go watch that video out too. So today we're going to be doing specify the steps required to complete a task. So this basically means when you have a piece of text, such as a cooking recipe, you can ask ChatGPT to specify the steps in order to complete the task. So let's just try this out right now. So here I'm going to pull up ChatGPT, and what we're basically going to be doing today is I have 2 pieces of bodies of text, and one of them actually has steps inside of them. So we're going to ask ChatGPT to actually take out the steps from the paragraph, and in the other paragraph we have just some random text about a beautiful day, and we're going to see if ChatGPT recognizes if there's any steps inside of that piece of text. So the first piece of text is this. So it's about making a cup of tea. So it's like making a cup of tea is easy. So first you need to put in some boiling water, and while that's happening, grab a cup and put a tea bag in it. So just like that, there are many steps inside of this. So we're going to see if ChatGPT can actually give us what the steps are. So this is the second part of our prompt that we're going to be using, which is check the text above. If it contains a sequence of instructions, rewrite those instructions in the following format. So for example, step 1, step 2, and then step n, and then just write what the step is. And then after that, if the text does not contain a sequence of instructions, then simply write no steps were provided. So in this case, we can see that there are actual steps inside of this piece of text. So let's just see if ChatGPT can give us every single step needed from inside of this paragraph. And here you can see it says the text contains a sequence of instructions for making a cup of tea. And here they are written in a requested format. So it tells us exactly what step 1 to step 7 is. So step 1 is get some boiling water. Step 2 is when the water is boiling, then grab a cup and place a tea bag in it, and so on. So here you can see that ChatGPT actually recognized the steps inside of this piece of text, and it did pretty well. So now let's just try our second prompt and see if we can recognize that. So for our second prompt, here you can see there is actually no text, so I'm just going to read a little bit of it. So it says the sun is shining brightly today and the birds are singing. It's a beautiful day to go for a walk in the park. So here you can see that there's obviously no steps provided, and it's just a piece of text talking about a really good day. So let's just copy over the same second part of the prompt that we used as last time, which was this one. So if check the text above, if it contains a sequence of instructions, then rewrite it in this format, and if it does not, then simply just write no steps are provided. So we are expecting this no steps are provided answer, since there are no steps inside of this piece of text here. So let's just see what ChatGPT gives us. And here you can immediately see that ChatGPT responded with no steps provided. So you can see that ChatGPT is actually able to understand if a piece of text has some instructions or not. And that summarizes everything you need to know for how to specify the steps required to complete a task. And in our next video, you're going to learn how to instruct ChatGPT to work out its own solution before it rushes into any conclusions.